The only reason that Trump would allow this to happen is because they're going to make some kind of a deal with Ghislaine Maxwell to come and testify to clear Trump, and then Trump's going to pardon her. That's a crazy theory I have. Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be subpoenaed by the House Oversight Committee. So the Trump administration is under growing pressure, some of it from allies of President Trump, to release additional files related to Epstein. Epstein died in jail in 2019, awaiting trial on federal trafficking charges, and his death has sparked conspiracy theories. They love to say that. Conspiracy theories.
It certainly has, because you haven't been transparent,
right.
So I have to theorize now.
So
that's on you, isn't it?
So I have to come up with a theory of why you're all lying and suppressing and covering it up.
I think you're in on it.
A House Oversight Subcommittee on Tuesday, without opposition, approved a motion directing the committee chair, James Comer, to issue a subpoena for Maxwell. Comer had directed Tim Burchard to introduce the motion, blah, blah. The motion allows the committee to formally consider whether to proceed, the committee spokesperson said. The committee will seek to subpoena Ms. Maxwell as expeditiously as possible. Since Ms. Maxwell is in federal prison, the committee will work with the Department of Justice and Bureau of Prisons to identify a date when committee can depose her. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence in Florida after she was convicted of federal trafficking charges in 2021. She was accused of recruiting and grooming girls whom Epstein sexually abused. She wasn't accused. She was convicted. This is NBC News. She wasn't accused. She was convicted. Earlier today, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche announced that he would reach out to Maxwell's counsel to determine whether she would be willing to speak with Justice Department prosecutors. So the only reason that Trump would allow this to happen is because they're going to make some kind of a deal with Ghislaine Maxwell to come and testify to clear Trump, and then Trump's going to pardon her. That's a crazy theory I have. It's probably wrong, but that sounds like. Here it is from the New York Times. Justice Department reaches out to Ghislaine Maxwell, a longtime Epstein associate. So this is the same thing. This is the same story.
Remember, Julian Assange was offered, Trump would have let him out if he would have said that whoever gave him the Hillary files was not Trump. To rat out his source. By the way, I don't know why Julian Assange didn't, because I think it's Seth Rich who was gone, but I don't know. He has his own scruples. But all evidence points to Seth Rich was the one who gave that information to WikiLeaks. If Ghislaine Maxwell has information about anyone who has committed crimes against victims, the FBI and the Department of Justice will hear what she has to say. The announcement came hours before a major committee in the Republican-controlled House voted to subpoena Ms. Maxwell, and days after the Wall Street Journal reported that Trump sent Mr. Epstein a salacious birthday greeting in 2003 in which he expressed close friendship. The overture in the latest in a flirt. By the way, Trump is suing the Wall Street Journal over that because he says that's a fake letter. After all the fake stuff they said about Trump, you have to give Trump the benefit of the doubt on that one. I'm not saying it is fake or it's not. I'm saying you have to give them the benefit of the doubt because every other thing they've ever said about Trump has been fake. The overture in the latest in a flurry of frantic efforts by Trump subordinates intended to quell a political crisis precipitated by Attorney General Pam Bondi's announcement earlier this month that she was shutting down the Epstein investigation. It is not clear how or when the Justice Department would release any information about an interview with Ms. Maxwell, who was serving a 20-year sentence in federal prison after a jury blah, blah. There are no indications as of yet that the talks will lead to a pardon or a reduction in her time behind bars. The department is currently fighting for her appeal. I can confirm that we are in discussions with the government and that Ghislaine will always testify truthfully. We are grateful to President Trump for his commitment to uncovering the truth. So they're already talking pardons. So that's what it looks like. If this happens, it's a scam. Ms. Maxwell has long maintained her complete innocence and was unwilling to admit wrongdoing, which made it difficult for prosecutors to consider negotiating a plea deal, according to a person. Here's what Whitney Webb says. She says, Ghislaine will do anything to negotiate her release and or prevent her from being harmed in prison if she believes her life is in danger. This is the ultimate way to both avoid releasing the bulk of Epstein documents still held by the government and still seem like they are pursuing justice in the case. Don't be fooled. Maxwell will name the names she's told to, so she doesn't end up like her father or Epstein or Jean-Luc Brunel, all the people who ended up dead. So she's saying that Ghislaine will say whatever she has to say so they don't kill her. This could also pave the way for the Pardon Ghislaine movement, which, aside from Ghislaine's own family, seems to have really been started by the Peter Thielverse operative Chuck Johnson a while ago. If they have Ghislaine testify and say what she's told to say, they can reward her with a pardon or reduce her sentence. Her testimony will be hard to trust, given that the stakes for her and for the Trump administration. So that's what's happening. So don't be fooled by this. If this happens, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So anyway, and Trump wishes, by the way, he wishes her well. Remember that?
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach. And
so he wishes her well, quite frankly.
I mean, that is rich people. Tim Dillon had a good joke about that. It's like
what's
rich
that?
People. That's just like rich people talk. That means nothing. It's not even a bless your heart like Mike Johnson gave Massey.
Yeah. So, and let's remember, Trump on the 16th of July unwittingly revealed that he's actually in the Epstein files. He revealed that on John Solomon's show. He revealed that. He said, well, the stuff about me in the Epstein files is fake. So he's in the Epstein files.
If you control all the evidence, okay, you literally can't just bring them all out and then lie about your part and get away with it since you control all the files.
Why
would you, like, hey, try to weasel your way out of what you did. That's fine. Get the network out of here. But we can't because Israel needs our help more than ever.
What's not a lie is that I'll be in Oxford, California, telling jokes at Levity Live on October 3rd. That's a Sunday. And then I'll be in Rutherford, New Jersey. And I'll be at the Village Underground in Manhattan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Come see us in Oxnard, California, Rutherford, New Jersey, Manhattan, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, and Chicago, Illinois. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.